Welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be showing you how I set up my feeds with my Mickey G button. So first, starting off, I have my 60cc syringe for the sterile flush and the priming of my tube. I have my feeding tube extension, my Mickey tube, because I do not have it already in me. I have the button version of it, so I have to access it myself with just a tiny little pop open, which I'm going to show you later. I have this extension that I'm going to be using, that is the feed hole. The feed hole is here while the medication is right there, and very helpful, especially whenever you are able to stop the feed and get the medicine in and then restart it. The feed that I use, it differs for everyone, but for me personally, I use the Kate Farms formula, but not all formulas. I only use the peptide 1.5 cal Soul Source Nutrition formula plain, because I did try the meal replacement chocolate and the meal replacement vanilla, and then the 1.0 dense vanilla, and they all reacted terribly with me, and I cannot tolerate them. So this is so far the only feed I have managed to tolerate. And whenever I mean tolerate, I mean I don't become very ill and sick as quickly. I still do throw up this feed, but that's most likely a problem for me because I have a G tube. My stomach is starting to giving out on me, and I wanted to use it. I wanted to use it as long as possible. Always want to use your stomach as long as possible. If it hurts you, I understand if you move on, but if you can push that booger to the end like a good pair of shoes, push that booger to the end. Next, I have my clean water, and by clean water I mean like distilled or sterile, a sterile cup, and all of that other jazz. Oh, and then let me not forget the most important thing. I have my 500 ml Kate Farm, my 500 ml Infinity Pump tubing. So what pump do I use? I use this one right here, as you can see, the blue one. Why are you trying to get away from the camera? The Intralite Infinity Pump. That's the one that I could have done this the whole time. Now I look stupid. I literally just almost slipped back to my shoulder for nothing. It's okay though. I've done less for worse. I have to prime my line. You see, I have a tendency of forgetting things or skipping things, and that tendency hasn't gone away at all. Okay, so now that I filled it up to 600 cc's, I did not use the whole thing because I do have a problem with volume. I cannot intake a large amount of volume without having to get rid of it per se, or the TMI version, puking it back up. But here I go priming. There we go. Pause. Clamp it. Now you're going to open your tube like I do. Put it on the black line. Wait, let me zoom in. Okay, you see the black line right there? Okay, you're going to push it in, and then you're going to go 360. And after you do that, you're going to unclamp, and then you're going to flush with 20 to 30 cc's of water. After you do that, you're going to clamp it back up again. You're going to twist off and then close. And that's how I start. And that's how I start the process, because now we get to move on to my actual feed setup. Now, first thing that I do for my feed setup is that I do put in 30 cc's of water just to make sure to get some extra fluid in, because I do struggle with that, which is why I started off with 60 cc's in the syringe. It's 30 to flush and then 30 into my actual feed. And then after we do all of that, you have the water in the bag, you're going to take your formula, and if your formula requires you to vigorously shake. After vigorously shaking, per se, you're going to open it up and you're going to try not to throw up because it stinks. Because literally, feed does not smell good. It's meant to be going into a place that doesn't smell good. So what makes you think it's going to smell good? Oh, and always, at all times, always make sure you have a grip on your feed bag. Because if you do not and you actually drop it, it's going to get everywhere and it's going to be a hassle to clean up, and you're going to not want to do it, because trust me, it's happened to me before and I had a breakdown because I was like, it was everywhere, and it wasn't like a small bag. No, it was 500. And this right now is 400 with the added 330 cc's. God dang, I can't get my numbers right. So then I go around it and I make sure it is completely closed and sealed off, because I don't want this falling and accidentally getting everywhere. So now that it's sealed off, here is my little feed bag. Definitely was just posing for the thumbnail, most definitely. Now, next, we have the tubing. Now we're going to prime. People prime differently, but for me, I normally do start off based on the manual prime before I put it into the machine. I removed the cap because there's no possible way to remove this without your teeth. If you have done it, I have to say you are a superhero and you have super strength, because I do not possess that. I possess the ability to be scared at any time. I'm equivalent to Shaggy from Mystery Incorporated, and my dog is Scooby, because together we are afraid of everything. My parents worry about us in the future. They're like, what the heck are we supposed to do with this child whenever she moves out, or she goes out with her service dog, but then her service dog is about as scared as her? And I'm like, pray for the best. Pray for the best. Okay, update. I just realized I'm using a 500 bag, and I normally have it at 1200 mils, and this is set up for 1200 mils, and it does not reach this part far enough. It's too long down, so I have to refix that real quick. Be right back. Okay, so now that you have your feed right in front of you, especially with the kangaroo pump, you're going to take this here, this part that looks like a True Loom part bracket or a Lego. You're going to take the strappy rubber side on the end and twist it. Oh my god. And you're going to, let me show you. You're going to go this way around it to hide the cord. Then you're going to stretch it into its pre-designated place. Oh my god, this is so hard to do on camera. God dang. Okay. So let me show that again. You're going to stretch it. And then you're going to get it in there like so. You then can close it, and then you're going to press the button and hold. After that, it should come on. And what you're going to do is that you're going to change your dose or rate. And this one is 480. Well, really 500. Okay. And then you're going to, if you didn't choose the option to prime manually, I'm also going to prime electrically. So then you're going to press prime and you're going to hold it down. Now that you're done, you're going to take it. Then you're going to take your tube. You're going to open this tab. twist it in. Then you're going to unclamp and then press run. And you have started your feed. And I always add a little pad because you can pick up your debris but at the same time keep it cute, so you don't feel like because you do have something protruding out of your body into your stomach. And sometimes it can really mess with someone mentally, and it's always nice to make something look pretty, you know. And I do like butterflies. I love butterflies. But that is all for today's video. Hope you are all safe and take care.